Hey guys, good morning. It's Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com. Happy November 3rd. It's election day. Finally, this stuff is going to be behind us after a few days, and we should get back to some type of normalcy here. So, markets are looking good here in the pre-market hours. You can see SPY getting up to that 10-day simple moving average, having a climb here ahead of the election results. As you guys see in the news, there's quite a bit of news about some militia members forming groups in certain states across the nation. So that's something we got to worry about tonight going into tomorrow. That's really important because that's going to affect the futures tonight if we do see unrest after the election results today. So that's going to be important to watch. I'll be watching that overnight, and I'll be giving updates on that throughout the night there. Other than that, things are looking pretty good. We were going over Under Armour yesterday. I was looking at that in the pre-market scanner here. Another nice climb on Under Armour, still on the climb there. I think it's going to easily get back up to that 1330 resistance area and then see what it does from there. If it breaks out, then obviously if we take a look at a one-year chart, plenty of room to run up to that 15 to 1750. So you have resistance 1 at 15, resistance 2 at that 1750 area. So not a bad opportunity here to pick up some calls possibly on Under Armour for the longer term, 6+ months out till Expo. So I like this chart setup. It's looking good. I might be making a trade on Under Armour today. We'll have to see about that. But Under Armour's looking great. Baba had a big plunge here after that IPO was canceled. Big plunge there on Baba. Shares down about 8%. Funny part was yesterday, you guys remember yesterday on the news, they were saying, I want to buy anything Chinese, because obviously if Biden wins, then, the terms with China would change a bit and their stocks would take off there with less tariffs and everything like that. So that's why you did see those Chinese stocks start to run there. But, with that IPO, that was rejected there. We're seeing a pullback in some Chinese stocks. So that's Baba. Let's take a look what else is going on. Facebook, we got into a Facebook trade yesterday. That's getting a nice little climb here in the pre-market hours, up about $2. We have the November 20th Expo on Facebook, so we have plenty of time on that one. Might be adding to that, actually. I'll have to see how that goes today. Obviously, we'll give the markets first 15, 20 minutes here. We got about less than a minute until opening bell. Let's see how the things goes today, guys. Going to be looking for some day trades and some possible overnight swing trades ahead of the election. So that's what we're going to be looking for today. I'll put on the SPY chart here. I'll zoom in a bit here. That's a daily chart. I'll zoom into the today 1 minute as soon as the market opens here. And there we go. Market's open now. Alrighty, guys, let's see what we do here. Let's give the markets first 15 minutes, see if we can find any good day trades, possible swing trade setups. I got all my charts focused on those. See what happens here today. We'll take a look at PayPal and some of these stocks in a second here. Just want to watch what the markets are doing. First couple minutes here. Oh, this TV is pretty delayed here. What's that, a minute delay? Almost 40-second delay on the TV. Let's see here. Credit Suisse maintains neutral on Charles Schwab. Raises price target to $43. Share that with you guys in the trade room there. Efren, that's a great picture there of when the polls close. We could post that on our Breaking Chart Alerts page. Business page there. That's a nice chart there you found. Polls close in Florida at 7 p.m. I lived in PA most of my life. They closed at 8. Hour behind here in Florida. Let's see. By tomorrow, we should have a clear understanding of what's going on with our country, the government, the White House, the Senate. Facebook pulling back from this morning's highs so far. Markets are starting to pull back here a bit. Want to see Facebook hold that 260 today. Extremely important.
Shares of Epizyme popping here, $12.93. Company
Amazon retracing a little bit here.
We reported earlier, salt form of the human histone methyltransferase EZH2 inhibitor. That was earlier this morning. Shares now at 1281, up 2.5% for Echo Papa Zulu Michael. That was up 1.14% after the open. S&P 500 up 0.94%. Nasdaq Composite up 0.55%.
Qs are coming back down to that 10 at 270.50. See if it gets a bounce there with Qs.
News out awarded patent for lateral flow immunoassay test reader under COVID-19 prioritized examination program. That's Tango Hotel Michael Oster.
Credit Suisse maintains outperform on Chubb, raises price target to 152.
Shares of Thermogenesis getting a pop on that news, patent news. Tango Hotel Michael Oster. BABA Ant Group says it sincerely apologizes to investors for any inconvenience caused by suspension of IPOs in Hong Kong and Shanghai. Will properly handle the follow-up matters in accordance with applicable regulations.
Big pullback here on tech.
Exchanges. That's BA Bravo Alpha Bravo Alpha.
SPY starting to get a climb there. Holding that 333 area right now. There goes Q's climbing off that 10. I'm watching Q's over here to the left. If you guys see, I'm bringing that chart over now. I'm watching how Q's are retracing down to that 10, getting a lift off that 10 right now. That's the one nice thing about having 6 screens. You can look at a lot of charts at once here. Facebook getting a nice pop off that 10. Hey guys, if you guys are just joining us, please give this YouTube video a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe to our channel, share it on social media. We'll greatly appreciate that. Here comes Q's again on that climb. There goes Facebook. Q's came down to that 10, holding that 10, starting to get that climb. Let's see what Facebook's doing here. Facebook's getting a climb off that 10 right now. We'll see if that holds. But if you take a look at Amazon and Google here, they're all trading below the 10, 20, 50-day simple moving average on a today 1-minute chart. Here's Google. You can see that one. Facebook got a nice little pop there.
ABIL, Alpha Delta India Lima, A-Dial Pharma, popping here $1.84. ABIL.
Love hearing Charlie's voice nice and early in the morning. I wake up to that every morning. I keep it on my desktop at the house. Let's see, Amazon starting to get a little climb there. Q's taking off a little bit. Facebook getting up to that 260, 250. Let's see, Efren said MCK. Let's see, 3-month daily. Not bad there. Let's see. Getting right up to resistance there. You guys take a look at this. You guys can see that area of resistance here that she's now getting at. And that's right at that 160.
Ant Group says it will keep in close communications with Shanghai Stock Exchange and relevant regulators. We'll wait for regulators' further notice with respect to further developments of the offering and listing process and disclosing the time.
And then that's
Shares of
R1.
Alibaba, BABA,
And then
Alibaba
here's
now
R2.
just
Resistance
below
1, resistance 2.
37. Alibaba shares down about 9.25%.
Wow, Bob is still dropping 9.5%.
The IPO of Ant Group, BABA.
Facebook getting a nice climb here, team. Nice little climb there on Facebook on a today 1 minute. Let's see if we could take out those highs from this morning. Getting up to them now. Just broke 263 a share. Quick $2 climb there in less than 2 minutes. See if that momentum continues here. Dow's up about 345. Nasdaq's up about 68. S&P's up 33.
Coming up at 9:45, ISM Europe business conditions for October.
Right back down to that 10 again.
Orders for September and durables ex defense for September.
Bob is still dropping here, team. There goes Q's climbing off that 10 again. Facebook here as well right now. So with Facebook, what we're looking for is this resistance right here, obviously. Short term, right at about 260, 350. So that's what we're looking to see. If we're going to get up to that resistance, fail, head lower. If we're going to break that resistance and head quickly for that 265.
Great start to the day. We have almost a 90% upside day. We had two 90% downside days or close to it.
So that's what we're looking for there. Resistance number one with Facebook at around 263.50. If we can break above that, we'll quickly see that 265 and possibly even 270.
TM, Toyota North America, says total Toyota North America October sales of 205,349 vehicles. That's up 4.9% on DSR basis and 8.8% on volume basis. That's Tango Michael, Toyota.
Let's see if it's going to break that resistance one here with Facebook. Nice climb there. Continued climb off that 10. Let's see if it holds. Amazon still climbing off the lows.
65.1% versus the previous 56.1% on ISM New York business conditions. New York index for October 814.8 versus 807.3 previous. That's ISM New York index.
John, the SPY contracts are insanely expensive. Insanely expensive. Amazon's getting a nice climb there. 1020 cross is coming up. Take a look here quick on Amazon. While Facebook's still on the climb there. We're getting a nice climb on Amazon. Finally starting to get that 1020 cross. The MACD, as you can see down here, we just had the MACD cross right here. And we got our first bars above the zero line on the histogram. So that's really positive right there. Now we just had the 1050 cross. Now we're going to look for that 1020 cross. And then what we're going to be doing is looking for that 3020 area as resistance on Amazon. So nice day trade opportunity here with Amazon on that possible run up to resistance 1.
Tweeting now, Digital Allies body worn cameras and Evo HD and in-car video system seamlessly connect.
And if you guys are liking these videos, please give this video a thumbs up, give it a like on YouTube for me. Share it on social media. I'd greatly appreciate that, guys.
We'll pop in the volume on that stock.
Qs are still on the climb there. Twitter shares are up over 4% right now. Twitter shares are really taking off. Let's take a look at Twitter quick. Twitter had that big dump after earnings, if you guys remember. Amazon's still looking good. Facebook's still on the climb. Let's take a look at Twitter.
Buzz time, November 10th, November patent news circulated. Now,
Twitter,
gaming,
we'll take a look 3-month daily there. Nice classic hook pattern. So with this hook pattern,
that's NTN, November 10th, November.
so we have a hook pattern right here. We have the nice drop. We have the drop. We have that area now of base support. So we have base support at $40. We have our shaft. This is known as our shaft on a hook pattern. And now what we're looking for is that hook. So now what we're looking for is that hook higher. So there are the stages of the hook pattern. We have our shaft, which is the immediate, that's the immediate drop, either from news, from earnings, from whatever it is. Big drop from 52.50 all the way down to $40 there. That's about a 20% drop in a couple of days. 20% drop, and then we found that base support at $40 a share. Now we're going to be looking for that hook cycle here of the hook pattern to start to fixate itself, and then we're going to be looking for the first resistance area, and that first resistance area is going to be right here around 45, and then the second one we're going to have right at about 47.50. So this here would be your target profit area if you made a trade on Twitter for going 30 plus days to Expo. So when we have that 30 plus days till Expo on a hook pattern, that's what you're looking at. Minimum 30 days till Expo. Amazon's really taken off there, guys. It just broke through that resistance one at 30.20 a share we were just talking about. Qs are still taking off here. Twitter's looking great for a nice hook pattern. Now, what you're looking for on an entry on this hook pattern, you're looking for that first green candle now above to start that nice hook there. Otherwise, it's just going to be in consolidation if candles are side by side each other right here. So that first green candle above the previous candle's body, that's what you're looking for that continued breakout momentum. So that'd be the target profit area right there, 45 to 47.50 if we do get that green candle above the previous candle's body, and that'd be a really nice hook pattern there. All right, let's clear this out. That's a nice trade idea on Twitter going forward for a medium-term trade, 30 to 60 days out till expiration. Now take a look at Amazon and Facebook here. Amazon today, 1 minute chart. It just broke through, slammed through that 30-20 area. Quick $10 climb in 1 minute there. Less than a minute. She's still taking off here. Facebook's on the climb. We got a nice breakout here on Facebook as well. Shares up 1% now. Back up $2.60 on the day for Facebook shares. Qs are on the rise here as well. If you guys take a look at Qs, holding that 10-day simple moving average, continue to run higher there. Facebook is breaking out once again now above 264 a share on Facebook. Continued climb, 264.12. Looking for that continued run there. And as you guys could see, Qs Once Q started taking off there, broke the highs from this morning there at that 931. We've been in breakout momentum phase now within the cycle. So nice climb there. Let's see if this can continue. Dow's now up about 490 points. NASDAQ's now up about 122, up 1.12%. And SPY is up about 48 points, 1.48% for the day.
NIO Inside EV says NEO expanding into Europe. November India Oscar.
Google now is starting to take off here on a today 1 minute. Nice climb on Google. Let's see if that could break the highs of the day around 1633. SPY futures rebound strongly from session low at open, now over 3350 level, up 1.6% for the day. Looks like Google wants to continue to climb. Qs are looking great here, guys. I'm just really looking forward to this election being over with so we could get on with some type of normalcy here. Humana shares are trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q3 results and raised the low end of its FY20 EPS guidance. NEO shares quiet following earlier Inside EVs reports rumor NEO to enter the European market in 2021. So there's some circulation there that NEO is going to be in the European market in 2021. If that happens, you're going to see NEO shares really take off there and start to climb. So that's the news that just came out on NEO. Shares up about 1.56%. I love that setup on NEO. I really do. If those circulations going around are true with NEO going into the European market next year, you're going to see that NEO take off again. NEO has some really nice electric cars if you guys have looked at them. So, could definitely see that continue to climb.
charging system. That's TSLA.
Nice climb on Facebook here, team. Continued climb, breaking the highs here of the day.
Coming up, factory orders for September, month over month.
Qs are taking off again. Facebook nearing 265.
1.1% versus the 1% estimate on factory orders. Durables ex defense coming in at 3.4%. That's in line with the previous number in August. Factory orders ex transportation is plus 0.5% versus plus 0.9% in August.
Avilio, you getting in Neo? Neo's looking really good on a daily chart there. Love that setup. I love the news that's coming out with it.
CIBM, Charlie India Delta Michael. Pluto TV secures exclusive rights to Yu-Gi-Oh! V-Rains and branded Yu-Gi-Oh!
There goes another breakout on Facebook. Qs are still taking off. Amazon has climbed aggressively to 30.35 a share.
Some volume coming into Cinedigm.
Let's see on the YouTube chat here. Tom Tagling says, I like learning these patterns. Thank you. On Amazon, you mentioned earlier, do we exit here? Let's take a look at Amazon. So on Amazon, 6-month daily, if you're looking for an entry on this, are you looking for a day trade or a swing trade, Tom? If you're looking for a swing trade, I'd be looking for that 32.50 as the next resistance area that you're going to be seeing on Amazon. And to be honest with you, I like Amazon going forward here. We got some good support. If you take a look at a daily chart here, we have some pretty decent support right at around, let's see if I could draw a straight line today. Freehand. It's close enough there. So let's see here. That is right at around the 2,900 area. So have some nice support right at around 2,900. And
UTMD, Utah Medical Products increases quarterly dividend. Uniform Tango Michael Delta, UTMD.
Love that setup there on Amazon. If you're looking for something, I'd be looking for a target area of about 3250. So this is going to be your target or resistance area. So if you pick up some Amazon here, if you pick up some Amazon calls here, either A, you got one of two options. You either got a regular call and you trade it up to that 32.50, or B, you get an in the money or a slight out of the money vertical spread. You could even go with something like the, let's see here, the 31.20, 31.25 vertical spread for November 20th Expo. There goes Q's taking off. Facebook just broke 265.14 a share and continuing to climb. Amazon's taking off. New highs of the day on Amazon, now heading for that 30.40 a share. Google had a huge breakout here, and Google shares are continuing to run. There goes Amazon. Q is 274.13, continuing to break higher there. Facebook shares now at 265.22 a share. Nice climb here. So a lot of opportunity for day trading here, team. Facebook shares still breaking higher. We're still in that Facebook trade from yesterday. We're now in the green in the account for the day, up about $100 for the day. Even though that SPY puts down, that Facebook is lifting us higher here for the day. 265.85 now, almost at 266 for Facebook. Nice breakout here. Shares now up about 1.7%, continuing to climb.
GEVO getting some volume. Traders circulating an article, South Korea and Japan battle go carbon neutral by 2050.
Let's see, Tyler S. says EXPI just got upgraded just now to 126 a share, EXPI. That's the stocks and breakdown momentum there, Tyler. Who upgraded it? That's what I'd like to know. Is it someone reputable? Me, I want to go near that until you get a cross above at least 49 bucks.
GEVO spiking to $1.
It's getting up to that 10, failing up to that 10, failing right now. The MACD's in breakdown momentum. You got the histogram below the zero line. I wouldn't go anywhere near that yet. Let's see. Matthew Moselle says, where is the resistance for an Amazon climb? Alrighty. You looking for a swing trade or a day trade there? If you're looking for a swing trade, you're going to have resistance right around 32.50. So you got plenty of room there for a move higher from now until your expo. The question is, what type of expiration date are you going to get? And if you're looking at the Amazon chart here, I'd get something at least 30 days out. So the December 18th expo would be perfect. That goes into the holidays, goes into Black Friday shopping, and when the numbers come out there of how, because obviously shopping has been pretty good this year from what retailers are reporting. So I expect that to continue to climb, and I'd be looking for that 32.50. Amazon shares are at the highs once again for the day, nearing 30.50 a share right now. So I like that setup there on Amazon. So you're looking for a daily or a day trade. If it's a day trade, I'd be looking at possibly yesterday's resistance around 30.75. So if we continue this climb, 30.75 would be my max target today. And if you're looking for a short-term swing up to that 10, 31.50 would be my target for something like a couple of weeks out. Maybe a week, next week's expo, or even the November 20th monthly expo. But like I said, guys, we got a big volatility coming here in the next day or two with the election. So me personally, I would just sit back and wait You know, tomorrow we should have some good news. See what type of direction the markets are going to be heading next, because it's either one of two things. Either we're going to break above that 10, 20, 50 SMA. Let me bring SPY Daily up here. So it's going to be either A, we're going to continue to break above that 10 and then break above that 340, which is going to be our resistance. So if we break above that 340, break above that 20-day simple moving average, then I'm going to be looking for that 350 to possibly 360 by the end of the year. If we fail at this 10 tonight and tomorrow we have a red candle looking like this is what's important and what you guys have to remember with our trade plan. So if we get that candle up to that green and then tomorrow we have a red candle that looks like this, you know, and then you still have that, let me draw this, Orlando, Florida.
MARK remark.
So if that continues like that and we get that red candle tomorrow, then obviously that's going to be very bearish and we're going to be looking to drop back down to support at around 32 or 320. Wow, they're literally right by me here in Orlando. It's a couple blocks away from the office here. Look at the lines there. Wow. Wow, Biden since November 1st in 2 days spent $195 million in 3 days just in Florida. Wow. That's insane. Who do you think's getting that ad spend?
CLSN, Celsian getting a pop here, Charlie number 70 November, low price stop.
Nice job, Tyler.
That's Charlie number 70 November.
So that's what you're going to be looking for with SPY. Amazon super strong here, continuing that breakout. I told you guys that 30.75 is going to be your target if you're in a day trade on Amazon. Guys, if you guys are watching this YouTube video, please give this video a like for me, share it on social media. I'd really appreciate that from you guys. Stone Cold Steve Austin says, Neo day trade. Any suggestions to get in? Let's see there, Steve Austin. NIO. Yeah, Tyler, that was a nice job there. So right now, if you're looking at a day trade on Neo, I wouldn't be getting in until you climb above that 20-day if you're looking for a call. If you're looking for a put, you just had that 10-20 cross. You could be looking down to support at around 33, 32.90, possibly down to 32.80. So your target profit area on that put is anywhere from 33 down to 32.80. Right now it's in breakdown momentum on a today 1 minute chart, so I wouldn't be going long that until you get that cross above that 33.65 area. You can see the MACD, the histogram, everything showing breakdown momentum, a move lower here, and so are the SMAs, the simple moving averages. So as long as that's showing breakdown momentum, I wouldn't be jumping into anything just yet. Kevin BCA says, can you look at AMD? Absolutely. AMD is getting a nice climb up about 1.7%. It's holding that 20-day simple moving average the entire day so far today. So if you guys are making some day trades, let me make this larger here. If you guys are looking for some day trades, you got to be looking at where she's coming down and retracing to. And you can see it's been holding that 20-day simple moving average the entire time here. So the 20-day SMA is going to be your stop area. So if you got into a trade now, which usually you want to get into the trades on the retracement area when it gets that first confirmed pop off of that support. But if you're getting in late, you're looking at that 20-day simple moving average on a today 1 minute is your stop. No problem, Steve. There goes Amazon breaking out again, now at $30.63 a share. Facebook's climbing off that 10-day simple moving average, now getting back up to $2.66 a share here. Under Armour shares still on the climb. Qs are still climbing and holding above that 10-day simple moving average on a today 1 minute chart. So that person that asked about AMD, Kevin, that's what you're looking at there. Nice continued breakout there on AMD. Now, if you're looking for a swing trade on it, then you go to the 3-month daily here, and what we're looking for is a move up to about $80 a share, which is a nice 4-point climb. And then obviously if you're looking at your option chain and you pull up your Greeks, your delta, you could calculate what that's going to give you as far as a return. If you calculate that delta, multiply that by the move you're expecting. So from $76.20 a share all the way up to $80, that's $3.80 move higher. So $3.80, multiply that by your delta on your option chain there, and then you're going to be able to see what that's going to increase by if you get up to $80 a share. And then your theta you're going to use as your time decay each day. So if you expect that to get up there 3 days, you multiply your theta by 3 days. 3 days times theta, that's going to give you your time decay over that 3-day period. Facebook continuing to break higher. Let's take a look at it today 1 minute chart here on Facebook. Broke above that 266.48 now. Now up about $200 in total for the day here with that Facebook climb. Amazon's continuing to break higher. New highs of the day on Amazon. Facebook shares are climbing again there. Qs are taking off. Let's see if Facebook could break that 267. If we break that 267, there's a good chance we could possibly get up to 270 today. Let's see. Cool Guy 1987 on YouTube says, can you check out Tesla here? As seeing a lot of bullish flow here. Let's take a look at Tesla. So if you take a look at Tesla, that's another one that's holding that 20-day simple moving average on a today 1 minute chart, getting a nice climb. I'd be looking for a swing trade on this, so you can take a look at the daily chart here on Tesla. What are you seeing? You're seeing resistance right at about $4.50 a share. So this is going to be your resistance 1. At $4.50. So if you wanted a swing trade on Tesla, what I'd be picking up is possibly the 425 strike call. So if you take a look, we're trading in the Trade Challenge account right now. So if you take a look here, what you're looking at is, let me get this off. So if you're looking at Tesla, you could be looking at either this week or the November 20th monthly expo. If you're looking for a swing trade, you could pick up the 425 strike call for about $22.82. Or if you look for next week's expo, you could be looking, the 422.50 is going for about $18.90. Or if you wanted this week's expo, 425 strike call is going for about $11.30. So that's nice. And then if you wanted to add your delta and theta on here, you'd simply go to your columns here on your option chain setup, add your delta, add your theta, and once we add that, now you can see here's our delta, here's our theta for that 425. So if it has that, it's at 423 now. So if it has that, let's see, 450 minus 423. So if it has that 27-point move higher, 27, multiply that by your delta of 0.489 times 0.489. So 27, multiply that by 0.489. That equals 13.8 13.203, so we'll drop that down to 13.20. Theta, now how quick do you think that's going to get up to that 450? Let's say it takes 3 days. So your theta's eating away $2.13 a day, so 2.13, multiply that by 3 days, that's $6.39. So 6.39. So 1320, 13.20 minus 6.39, that equals 6.81. So that contract right now is trading for $10.85 a contract, 1062 right now. So 10 point, where is it at? 10.50 plus 6.81. So 6.81 plus 10.5, that equals 1731. So if you bought in at 1050, got up to 1731, that would be about a 64.86% gain. So 64.86% gain if it gets up to that 450 area in 3 days, and you're deciding what that trade's going to do, what your gain's going to be at. So if it gets up there to 450 within 3 days there, that's what you're going to be looking at quickly on that Tesla trade. It's about a 64.86% gain if you get up to that 450 area. So not a bad setup there. I like that area. Now, target number 2 is going to be at $500 a share here. So if you're getting something for, let's say, 60 plus days out till Expo, I'd be having that 500 as my target here, depending on how you think the economy and the elections are going to go. So that's why it's really important. I've been telling you guys, wait until after the election here. After the election, you're going to have a little bit clearer picture of what the market's going to do based on who wins the office. So that's really important. Obviously, the markets are going to do something totally different if one candidate wins compared to the other candidate. So to get that out of the equation here, that uncertainty or that volatility that you're expecting to see, best thing to do is wait until after that election to make swing trades. Now, day trades, this is prime opportunity to take advantage of this volatility and jump into some day trades here, which is what we're looking for. Our Facebook trade is really taking off here. Facebook's nearing 268 a share now. Our Facebook trade's up about $500 for the day now. Nice climb on our Facebook trade. Let's see, where is my annotation here? Alrighty, clear that out. Let's take a look at Facebook. So, good question, cool guy. Let's see, he also asked about overstock. First, let me take a look here at our Facebook trade. Facebook is nearing the highs of the day once again, looking great. Up quite nicely here today on our Facebook trade. That's what I mean about that volatility. You saw that we have the November 20th call on Facebook. Yesterday we were down about 50% on that trade, and now we're not down quite as much. We got a nice pop here and almost in the green. We might be in the green by the end of today with Facebook. So that's the type of volatility you could expect during election season or during volatile markets, given the circumstances, given the news.
S&P futures at the highs now, 37.78.75, up 2.3%.
Guys, our UNH trade is looking amazing. You guys see UNH here? Look at UNH up over 4% here again today. Look at that breakout on UNH going right up towards that 330 area. What a nice breakout there on UNH. I'm expecting that to continue to run higher. I'm actually switching from Florida Blue Cross to United Healthcare for next year. Not a fan of Blue Cross and the crap they put you through. Qs are looking good here. Steve Powers, you still have a UNH trade. There goes Qs taking off again. Facebook now breaking above 268 a share.
BGLY, Digital Ally shares moving again.
Nice climb there on Facebook. 267.93. Qs are looking incredibly great there. Amazon's at new highs of the day. Look at Amazon. What did I tell you guys before Amazon was going to get up to? The target for a day trade on Amazon. I told you guys what? 30.75, didn't I? Back about a half hour ago when we were at about 30 a share. Look at that continued run that you had there on Amazon there if you got into that day trade. Heck of a move there on Amazon. Nice opportunity. Guys, take a look at Google here as well. Google's having a heck of a breakout here. Google's holding that 20-day simple moving average, had that 10-20 cross, the MACD, positive histogram on the MACD down here, looking good, holding above that 10-day simple moving average now, new highs of the day on Google, and still holding strong. The most important thing when you're looking at tech stocks is looking at Qs. You want to make sure that the market's going in your favor if you're trading tech stocks. Bob is pulling back from the lows. Now shares down only about 6.5%. It's come back about 4% from the lows this morning. Facebook shares up about $6 now, 2.33% for the day, continuing to climb. Nice job, Avilio. He just made 10% on his SPY trade.
January $15 call speed, 3,000 contracts above the ask. That's Foxtrot Lima Echo X-Ray, FLEX.
Let's see. Anyone on YouTube have any questions? Anyone in our trade room have any questions? Any stocks they want to go over? I see you guys talking about Digital Ally. DGLY. Shares are up about 0.26% here for the day. Today, 1 minute. Not doing too much. Looking good, though. Nice candlesticks. Love those candlesticks there. Quantum says Google looks kind of hyperbolic. Google looks like it's ready to really take off. If you take a look at Google, first off here, Digital Ally, what I'd be looking for is at least $4 a share. Those of you that are trading it in the trade room, $4 would be my target. Target number 1, 4. Target number 2 is going to be around 5. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Google Daily Chart. GOOGL Daily Chart. And this is looking prime for 1700. I love Google. I love that chart setup. It's looking great. There goes Facebook off that 10-day simple moving average again. 267.74.
OPEC president says I call for an extension of current oil cuts.
Yeah, Steve Powers, that's a pretty green heat map there, isn't it? They're talking about the heat map in the trade room here. It's looking good. Looking quite well. Just about everything in the green today, except Baba, JD, PayPal, a couple other smaller names. Now watch what's happening with Qs on a today 1 minute. So that's what I'm talking about with swing trades, guys. You know, here is our Qs chart with our cycles and our trade plan implemented in the background of the candles. And now what you're seeing right now is we're getting up to that yellow 10. Tomorrow's going to be important, and it's going to obviously depend on who wins this election. So are we going to get up to that 10-day simple moving average on Qs and then fail? Right now, obviously, we have momentum intraday. But that's why we say intraday you're looking for day trades, while on a daily chart here is what you're looking for with your swing trades. So right now we got the election results coming up tonight. You know, you got some resistance right around 280 on Qs. So if we break above that 280 tomorrow and continue to hold above that 20-day simple moving average, then I'd be looking for a continued climb throughout the coming weeks and months here. But for right now, you got to remain patient, disciplined, and wait after the election results. Right now, great for day trading, not so much for swing trading. Neo's looking pretty good there. Breaks at $34. You could be looking for a day trade or swing trade on Neo. Microsoft shares are trading higher as the U.S. stocks gain on the day of the 2020 presidential election, while investors weighing potential election outcomes and policy implications of a Trump or Biden victory. The tech sector has recently been highly volatile amid profit taking following strength this year, as well as recent earnings in the space. AMC Entertainment shares are trading higher after the company reported Q3 results. Despite missing EPS and sales estimates, the stock gained after the company disclosed that theaters in about 539 out of 600 domestic locations in the U.S. and approximately 261 of the 358 international locations had reopened. So take a look at AMC. Let's see what those shares are doing on that news. Shares up about 8% here and have since pulled back a bit. Got up to about 260 a share there for a bit. And now if we take a zoom out here, you're going to see you got a nice triple bottom or double bottom here on AMC. So you can see here is some support from when we had that lockdown, and that's what we're seeing now, is that support area once again. So what this means here is we got a double bottom. When you have two support areas that you're coming down to, you got a double bottom, and then we got a triple top here. So we have a double bottom and a triple top. Now, if you climb off that double bottom here, you could easily be looking for a run back up between 5 and 750. Oh, this mouse is absolutely horrible. So this would be your target area if you got that run or wanted to get it off that double bottom between 5 and 750. Obviously, they need a stimulus there to help them out, a nice PPP loan. But that's what you're looking for on that AMC news. Facebook getting climb off that 20-day simple moving average once again. You can see Facebook retracement down to that 20 on a today 1 minute. Climbing off that 20, breaking higher, retracing back down to that 20, breaking higher, consolidating down to that 20. Now let's see, break that 268. If we could break that 268 today on Facebook, there's no doubt in my mind I think we're going to see that 270. Steve Austin says he's making some small profits, small trades. Nice job there, Steve. Doc Soli says, I'm in a risky Neo option 37 call for Expo November 6th. Let's take a look at Neo. You're in a 37 strike call there on Neo. But if that gets another nice breakout there, you could easily see that reach that 40. What'd you pay for that 37, Doc Soli? Let's see. Grant Goodlad says, can you look at Tesla for a day trade? Tesla here. Tesla's looking great. Nice climb there. Shares up about 6%. I'd be looking at, if you're looking at Tesla, you're saying you want to day trade it. I'd be looking at least 230 or 430 for a day trade. If you're going to swing that this week, I'd be looking at that 450. I think that could easily have another 5.5-6% climb. Get up to that 450, which is going to be your target resistance area on a 3-month daily chart. Getting up to that 450 resistance from all the way back to mid-October, and mid-September here. And then again on October 1st. So you got some good resistance at around 450. I think Tesla shares are going to continue to run there up to that 450 before it decides what it's going to do at that resistance area. So nice opportunity there on Tesla.
675 on the Dow, we're a tad below that, but basically the best day for the Dow and the S&P since June. Bespoke points out that if Brett finishes the day as strong as it is right now, we got to go back to April 8th to see Brett this positive. Joining us this morning, Pulitzer Prize winning columnist for the New York Times, Jim Stewart, to talk about markets and the way they behave, pivoting around elections. Jim, happy election day.
Yeah, we're finally here. It seems like it's been a long time coming.
Yes. I wonder whether or not you think what we're seeing today is a real legitimate vote, that the outcome either way is going to be more decisive than we've feared.
I suspect that's the case. I think one of the interesting things about this election from a stock market.
Goldman Sachs maintains buy on Farfetch, raises price target at $45. You guys remember we were talking about Farfetch yesterday. FTCH. FTCH is looking quite well here. Continuing to break higher. Candle above previous candle's body. I think that that's going to continue that run there. So Goldman Sachs put a target on it of about $45. It broke through that resistance, had its IPO back in September of 2018, and shares have since climbed since then after that big retracement earlier this year after the pandemic. So went all the way down to about, $5, 5 something a share. Shares shooting back up to over $33 a share now. We were looking at a trade idea yesterday on Farfetch. Let's see. Cool Guy says, can you check on Overstock, OSTK? Overstock shares down about 0.34%, trading in NTZ. Candles side by side here. You got clear resistance, clear support. I wouldn't go anywhere near that on a today 1 minute. As far as Overstock goes on a daily chart here too, you have further consolidation. Right here is your further consolidation area. So you're looking for either a green candle above that consolidation box or a red candle below that consolidation box to start either buying calls or puts. So that's what I'd be looking for on Overstock. So as far as Overstock's concerned, you're looking for that break above that consolidation box or a break below that consolidation box. That's what I'd be looking for there on Overstock there. Cool Guy 1987. Thank you, Steve Austin. I appreciate that. Hey, if you guys ask questions, I'm happy to go over target, stops, resistance areas, trade ideas, anything you guys want. You guys just got to open your mouth a bit. Otherwise, you guys see I got 6 screens here. Otherwise, I'm just looking at these screens looking for a setup there. Qs are pulling back a little bit here, so you guys can take a look. QQQ. You guys take a look at a today 1 minute chart. Now you're seeing that first 10 crossing below that 20-day simple moving average. You're getting up to that 10 failing right now. So now what you're looking for, if you're getting into those Q puts, you're looking for those support areas. So you got some support right around 274. So that's a quick $1.30 pullback there if you're trading those puts from 275.31 down to 274. And then you got your second area of support right at 273. So you could be looking at that as your profit area if you're looking to buy into those puts. If not, if you think we're just going to consolidate and head higher here, then you're just waiting. But if you're trading the trade plan, you already got your signals. You got your MACD, you got your 10-20 cross, and you got your first candles below that 10-20 day simple moving average, along with the histogram showing a bearish move there. So that's what you're looking for if you're trading SPY puts. Me, I'm not going to actively trade every signal here. If we get another breakout, I might add to some of my positions. Other than that, I'm just sitting back and patiently waiting here. I'm either A, looking for a great setup, or B, waiting for some news that we could trade a good breakout or breakdown, and B, for swing trades, we're waiting until after the election here.
Petition to the U.S. Supreme Court for writ of certiorari.
Yeah, guys, keep those questions coming. I love them.
Really appreciate your guidance as always. Talk to you later. Jim Stewart with the New York Times.
Carl, President Trump won North Carolina back in 2016, and he will almost certainly need to repeat that performance this year in order
Dr. Gutman, it depends on who you think's going to win the election, obviously. I want to be trading VIX personally. I'm not honestly, I think I've traded VIX a couple of times throughout my career, not much. But it really depends on who you think is going to win the election and what you think the markets are going to do if you want to trade VIX. But you could definitely pick up some VIX calls there. Captain Thomas, are you still in that AAXN? Let's see, AAXN.
Over the past 4 years, there's no sense of integrity standing up to President Trump, who I think has always told you who he was, and that wasn't a very nice person.
Oh, Captain, he sold it a couple of weeks ago for a 500% gain. Nice job. I think you said you had that in your retirement account, right? What made you pick that up years ago, Captain? Nice job. See Facebook coming back up above that 10. Let's see if it climbs above it or fails at that 10. It's doing basically the same thing as Qs are. Qs are coming tightly between that 50 and 10-day simple moving average right now. Let's see. Paula says, can you do the technical analysis with SPY support and resistance? Absolutely. Let's take a look at SPY. You want to do that on a today 1 minute chart or a 6 month daily for a swing trade? Thank you there, Joe Callahan. Joe Callahan said, Dave, you called it on Amazon. It got up to that 30.75. He made $350 off that trade, and a small spread on Facebook, 290 Facebook calls. Nice job there, Joe Callahan. So if you're looking at SPY, a daily chart here, Paul, I'd be looking for that move up to about 340, and then that's going to be your resistance. But like I said, really the main thing is here is the election. You know, nothing could move the market more than the election. So depending on those results and what happens after the election, they're expecting militia. I mean, all these groups and news, mainstream media, they're putting out videos of all these militia groups that are forming on both sides, and it's just insane. So businesses are boarding up. They're getting ready for some chaos after the election. Look at the Facebook climb here on a today 1 minute. Look at that breakout. What a beauty. Nice climb back up to the highs of the day right now on Facebook, nearing 268 a share. Let's see a break above that 268 and a run for 270 today.
Novan getting up here to the high again, that $4.50 price target at Zacks being reported. November Oscar, Victor November.
There goes Facebook, new highs of the day, 268.14 a share. Nice climb there. Facebook trade up over $500 for the day. Whole market's getting a nice little climb here, Matthew. Paul asks, so either party wins, do you suspect a drop in the markets either way? So if Biden wins, honestly, I think the markets may pull back short term and then start to climb. But I think Trump, and this is all just my assumptions, but I think Trump is going to cause some chaos there if he loses from now until that January transition period there when Biden would get in. But if Trump wins, then I think the market would probably continue to climb because his policies are better for big businesses. Another nice breakout here on Facebook, 268.37 a share. Nice climb there. Almost green on our Facebook trade, guys. After yesterday's sell-off, that's why we went with that November 20th expo compared to this week's expo. Wanted that extra time there. General Motors shares are trading higher amid the 2020 U.S. presidential election. Candidates weigh the proposed policy outcomes and macro implications of a Trump or Biden victory, including stimulus likelihood and pandemic response. Farfetch shares are trading higher after Goldman Sachs maintained a buy rating in the stock and raised its price target from $29.60 all the way up to $45 a share. Big price target increase from Goldman Sachs on Farfetch, FTCH. Flex option alert. They're buying the January 15, 13 strike puts. There's a put sweep below 3,000 contracts at 88 cents a contract. Okay, so here's the breaking news. There we go. Who just asked about that? Paul S. said about the parties, what I expect. So this just came up on my newswire. It says stocks unaffected as traders circulate commentary from JP Morgan. Stocks could fall if there is a blue wave of Democrats winning. So they're expecting a fall, JP Morgan Chase. They're expecting a fall if there's a blue wave of Democrats taking over. So that just came up here on the newswire. I'll share that in the Facebook or the trade room with you guys here as well. Guys, Facebook getting up to $269 a share, continuing to climb. We're up $600 now on Facebook for the day. Shares of Facebook almost up 3% for the day. Captain Thomas bought that at 17 bucks. That's a nice job, Cap. Sold it at 105.50. That was that AAXN. Nice job on that.
SHIP, Synergy with a tweet. Good news for Kate Vessel.
There goes Facebook once again continuing to take off. Just got up to the highs of the day on that wick there.
At Sandy Hotel India pop-up.
BABA shares are continuing to climb off the lows. There goes Q's taking off again. Q's are getting that 1020 cross on it today, 1 minute. QQQ. As you guys could see. Now, remember before when we had that 1020 cross below, I had a good question. Dave, are you buying some puts here on that Q crossover? The answer was no, and I told you guys because I thought that was just a little bit of consolidation down to that 275 before we had that next run there. So I didn't think it was a good opportunistic time to jump into some SPY puts or some Q puts and ride that little wave lower there. Now what's going to be important is, are we going to get up to that resistance for the day right around 276.40, and are we going to break above that, or are we going to get up to it, form a double top there, and then continue to pull back? That's what you really want to focus in on Qs. Are you going to have a double top, get up to that 276.40 area and fail, or are you going to climb above it and start a new climb higher for the rest of the day here? Or are you just going to trade in NTZ between 275 and 276.50 for the rest of the day here? So that's what you're really looking for when you're analyzing the Qs today 1 minute chart compared to any other stock here. You're getting that climb again. You just had that 1020 cross, but now for a good opportunity for a day trade, you're looking for that climb above 276.40 for a good entry there. If you get that, you could be trading the 276 strike call as a day trade or the 277 strike call as a day trade if you break new highs of the day on Qs. United Healthcare is just starting to climb again. Take a look at UNH. UNH is finally starting to get that 1020 cross. We got the MACD crossover here, and we got the histogram showing some green bars. That's looking pretty bullish right now. So now you're just looking at a climb above that 323.98, which is about 40 cents away from where you'd have a nice entry for some calls here on UNH going forward. Stock's up about 3.67%, 3-month daily. It blasted through that 50, 10-day, 20-day simple moving average, and you're looking to get it back up to resistance around 330 to 335 area. And I think that could possibly happen this week, depending on who wins the election here. Google's starting to look good here as well if it holds at 10.
Welcome back to Squawk on the Street. I'm Eric Chami. Today's rally is building on yesterday's gains. All 11 S&P 500 sectors are up today. Financials leading the way with a 3% gain. Big banks are also helping move the Dow 30 higher. And gold is along the Dow's leaders.
TELL, Tellurian, Tango Echo Lima Lima, Tellurian seeing some volume now. Shares up 4.5% on TELL. BLRX, Bioline RX, getting a pop here, $2.45, up 7% BLRX.
Facebook starting to take off here again. New highs of the day on Facebook. 269.18 a share on Facebook team. Nice climb here today. Let's see. Josh Turk Sky says Rocket, RKT, Rocket Mortgage. Quicken. Rocket Mortgage up 3.5%, 3-month daily chart. That's not looking bad there, Josh. I'd be looking for that MACD cross, and the first candle above, I'd give it about, $21 would be a nice entry. And then once you get that move above 21, I'd go something like 6 to 12 months out to Expo. If you wanted a solid lower risk trade there, and you have a tight stop here at that double bottom, going back to about we could say about 17.75. You got some nice support right there on Rocket. So 17.75 would be your stop, and your target's going to be about $30. If you go 6 months out till Expo on those Rocket calls. So Rocket calls, what I'd be looking at here on the option chain, I'd be looking at, I want to show you guys the chart in the background there, RKT. So what is it now? November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So you'd be looking at something like May, June Expo. June obviously is going to be great for mortgages. Summertime usually are when people are buying or selling. So you're looking at that June monthly Expo. You're picking up that 24 strike call for only about $4.12. So if it gets up to that 30 from now until then, you're looking at over 120% net gain there. So if that's going for 412 and it's worth 10, divide that by 4.12, that's going to be about 143% gain actually. If you pick up those 20 straight calls for the June 18th monthly Expo for next year, That's a nice setup. Your stop's going to be $17.50 a share, and your target's going to be 30. So you're risking very small for a big gain there of about 143%.
About it, Carl, is that financials, industrials, and technology are the top three performing sectors. It was sort of, we were in this mode where it was value and cyclicals over big cap tech, or vice versa. But today,
Avilio, if you change your account to a cash account there, you'll be able to make as many day trades as you want.
oil and copper rising, which all paints a very strong picture economically.
That's what I'd be looking for, though, Josh Turksky with Rocket Mortgage. That's a nice opportunity there, actually. Facebook continuing to break out. Now we're up $700 for the day now on Facebook. Our Facebook trade's $100 away from being in the green. There goes Q's taking off again. Facebook's on the climb again. Nice breakout here in the markets team. We are up $500 for the day, $700 on our Facebook calls. Looks like we're going to continue that run too here into the lunch hours here. It's looking good. Qs, if you guys take a look at Qs before we get off the live stream here, Qs are looking great. New highs of the day now on Qs, breaking higher. There goes Facebook, a big breakout here on Facebook as well. Nice breakout there on Facebook. Shares at $270 a share now on Facebook. Now up over $700 for the day on our Facebook trade. There we go. Just broke that 270 area on Facebook. Nice climb there. Qs are continuing to run. Guys, if we keep this run going here, we could be looking at Facebook 275 by the end of today. Guys, I'm going to be getting off of here right now on YouTube. If you guys want to come join us here. Go to the Join Now membership pricing plans, breakingchartalerts.com, and come join us. You guys can pick your membership you'd like. The trader gives you access to our trade room, live morning trading on Zoom, and some of our beginner classes. Pro Trader, $250 a month. You're getting the morning trading, the afternoon trading from 2 to 4, and from 9:30 to 11. And then you're also getting the beginner and advanced classes. And then Elite Pro Trader Yearly, you're saving $500 right off the bat. You're getting the text alerts, the morning trading, afternoon trading, and you're getting the beginner, intermediate, and advanced classes that we offer right in our education session here, along with the library, the lesson library, which are shorter 10-minute little lessons there. So you got the hour and a half classes in the courses or the classes section, and then the lessons are about 10-15 minutes each there. So if you guys want to come join us, go to breakingchartalerts.com. At the bottom right there, you see our messenger on Facebook. Log into Messenger, shoot us a message if you guys have any questions, and come join us. We'll be live in the trade room from now until 2, and then 2 o'clock we go live with our Pro Traders and Elite Pro Trade yearly members here. So look forward to seeing you guys in the trade room. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. Great morning, guys. Facebook's still continuing to climb, looking good. Qs are continuing to run higher here. Love the way the market's looking here. Markets are looking great. So looking forward to it, guys. We'll see what happens tonight. So be ready, and be ready for some day trades this afternoon. I'm in the mood to do some day trading this afternoon. So let's look for some good quality setups there, and we could certainly make some day trades. Alrighty, guys, that's going to conclude today's live session. Hope everyone has a great day. Happy election day, and stay safe, guys. Alrighty? Take care, guys. Shoot us a message if you have any questions. Go to breakingchartalerts.com. Take care, and have a good afternoon. Bye-bye, guys.